So, like every guest, you have left behind a framework for people to use, and this is your approach for it's sort of beginning to end about how to communicate with and how to persuade senior leaders. And it goes all the way through from getting time in the diary. I'd love to start there because you'll be invited into a meeting to say, hey, come and present something. But if you want to break through, you've got to begin by saying, I'd like some time, please, with you, Mr. or Mrs. CTO, because I would like to talk about something. But their diaries are so full up. How do you break through? How do you make that first little step to maybe sending an email, or what's the best way to get some face time with a senior leader?
It is definitely tricky. So it's your first step. What's easiest is if you're in the size of organization where they all have an EA or a PA. Even easier is as a VP in my last role, I had a PA. So they did all of that. So
They've got a secret language, haven't they? They
there is.
communicate with
They
each other.
literally
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
have group chats and stuff
Yep.
because oftentimes you're trying to get a meeting with several senior people. So that is impossible without coordination.
And they just
So,
take it all on, don't they? And they come back and say, it's at 9:30 next Tuesday. You go,
yeah,
wow.
exactly. I just go, well, where do I turn up? I need these
Exactly.
meetings. Can you sort it out?
Yeah.
So that's not always the case, but that would be like if there is an EAPA network, just tap into it because that is absolutely gold because they will
Yeah. And
sort
if
it
you're
out.
listening, if you're one of those PAs, you are stars and we love you. Thank you. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes. PAs and EAs, amazing. If if it's not in that position, that is actually trickier because then you're going like, it's easy if there's a meeting in the diary and you've been invited to it, so you don't even have to worry about that. But if you've been asked to find this time, the next best way I would say is if you haven't really had any interaction with, let's just say it's the CTO, then find somebody who has. Find somebody who does deal with it, whether it might be your manager, to be honest, or it's somebody else, and just go, what's the best way? Because and I've experienced people who, they just want their PA to do everything, but we've covered that's almost the easy option. Some people don't like other people putting things in their diary. So they prefer to agree a time with you and they'll send you the invitation. And I totally get that because then it's up to them if they want to change it. It's easy for them to change it. Whereas other people are like, well, why didn't you put it in my diary? So it can go either way. So you need to sort of, if you can figure out how they work. And leading to getting a meeting with somebody, there's probably been some discussions, some emails. So you would just try and find the right person to help you figure it out, or you just drop a message. There's a lot of messaging now, whether it's Slack or Teams or whatever it might be. So dropping that person a message to go, oh, it was agreed that we would do this meeting and I'd like to find time in your diary. So can you give me some options?
But they're drowning in Slack messages and
Yeah.
emails, and I know myself, like you're in that situation, you cannot cope. So what chance does little old me have of sending the perfect Slack message or the perfect email that they read? Like, does it begin with a title, for example, in the message?
Um, I think you've just got to be short and sharp, really. Make it clear what it's about. It's unlikely that this will be that you'll be trying to get a time for some brand new topic they've never heard about. It's probably generally going to have come the other way. So, you're going to be presenting. So they should be aware of it. So just keep it short. Need
Right.
time in
Okay.
your diary. When's a good time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's worked well for me in the past, I like the idea that you say, go find somebody who already gets FaceTime with that
Mm,
person, but just hook in on a meeting and join them and go along and be there. Even if you do nothing and say nothing, you're there in the room.
yes, absolutely. I do think, that getting the time is tricky, but that is balanced with the fact that you'll often just have been invited to something. So you probably won't have to deal with that early on. You might, but yeah, to find a friendly, definitely. Find somebody who has dealt with that person before and presented to them to find out how they work, really, because everybody's
Yeah.
different.